to a more peaceful and simpler time in our lives. That's what we need to go back to. That's what I need to go back to. And if you say you need to go back to that, also think of a time in your life, and it's probably when you were a lot younger, when you were like a child or something like that. You more or less didn't have a care in the world, the majority of people. And it was a more peaceful time, a more simpler time, and or even any other part in your life where you just, it wasn't as complicated as it is now. Let me flip this around. What we all want is a more peaceful life. We don't want a complicated life at all. We do not. We want to have as much non-stress in our life. We don't want a lot of stress in our life, but it seems as the years have passed, the years brought with it a lot of stress. And it has. There's no denying the stress that has been brought on these past years in our lives. There is no denying it. It is, for some, it's horrific. It's horrific stress. And if you could go back to a time where it was much more peaceful and much more simpler, that'd be great. But we know we can't possibly really, physically speaking. Good morning. Shalom, Birdie Bear. Yeah. We know that we cannot physically go back, but we're going to have to try to create it. Gina, can we create it? You absolutely can create a more peaceful time, a more peaceful place, a more simpler place, a more simpler life. It starts on the inside of here. You got to be determined. You truly do. You got to get determined within your being and say, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to allow the stress to get to me anymore. I'm not going to allow all of this, the chaos and stuff to influence my life, and just, I'm not going to take on the world anymore. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to draw the line. Yeah. We've heard about the solar storms. We spoke about it yesterday. There's like to be, they're supposed to be coming directly toward the earth tomorrow, and some a little bit more, some coming like today, tomorrow, over the weekend, the solar storms. So we want to come back to a more peaceful time in our life, a less stressful, when life was simple, because these past few years, as you grow up, life gets more complicated. And with everything going on in the world right now, it's really, really, really complicated, and it really is spilling over onto us. Yeah. Thank you. I figured, you know what? Why not look nice? Why not look nice? Even though I'm at home, I went out for a little bit. I can dress nice. If you got nice clothes, you should do it too. You should do it too. Just dress up. Just dress up. Put on a nice clothes. You got it, you wear it. You got it, you wear it. And I'm going to do it, you all. You're going to do it too. You're going to like, you may not realize it, but you are going to come to the realization that you've had enough of this chaos that's out there. It is chaos. You've had enough of it. You've had enough of the stress, because if you're like me, you have allowed the stress from these past few years or whatever to really get to you, even though you may not show it and others may not know it. You've allowed the stress to get to you, and it literally does take away from your peaceful life, your quality of life. You have to say no more, no more, because as it is right now, it's difficult going forward in life with everything going on and people changing, and life isn't getting any simpler on the outside, but you can do something about the simplicity on the inside of you, on the in here, and you can do something about having a peaceful life where you're at. Unless you're surrounded by a family where there's chaos, and people where there's chaos in the workplace, you got to have a sanctuary, your own little sanctuary, and it starts on the inside of here too. You can even have your very own quiet place, if you can find a quiet place that you can like get off to. It could even be a spot in your yard. It could be getting in the car or riding your bicycle somewhere just to a little bitty place where you get peace, or you can just sit in the car. I remember one time, I had my one Subaru that I had. It had a great big sunroof on it, massive, like a big moon roof, and the hatchback. I remember folding the seats down in there, and I just got me a pillow, and I thought, I am going to lay down in this car. I am going to open that all the way up, and I'm just going to look at the clouds in the sky, and I'm going to take a nap. My nose is itching, and I did it. It was so relaxing. You can do it in your car too. You can lay on the blanket. Watch out for things out there. No, we got to go back to a more peaceful, simpler time. I think that truly is the goal of a lot of people. Make your life as stress-free as possible. Cut out all the stuff that does not that's not for your higher good, that doesn't bring you peace and whatever. You can't cut everything out, but get rid of all the stuff that really truly is stressing you out to the best of your ability. And if you can't, learn how to manage that stress, because there's a lot of things in our life that you can't get rid of. You can't, but you're going to have to come to peace with it on the inside of here and say, okay, it's here, but I don't need to let it stress me out like that. I don't need to let it do it. I don't. Push a wall. What is push a wall? Push a wall, somatic therapy. Push until you shake. It releases anger. Wow, thank you for that hint. That little whatever you call it. Thank you for it. You didn't know that could happen, Jake, honey. It's the worst. When you get stressed, it makes my life very yes, Jake, honey. Constant, that will cause, he speaks the truth. He does. Some people they get so stressed out, they have panic attacks. They have stress that they can feel right here, and you feel like you're having, yeah, you know what. And some people may have fainting spells. Some people get so sick to their stomach, and they get really lethargic, and they go into a deep depression. It causes all kinds of things. No, we got to de-stress our life. We got to de-stress going here on out. We got to make our life more peaceful. It doesn't matter where you're at. And you gotta come to the realization on the inside of here. That's what you want to do. You want to make your life peaceful again, more simpler, and you can do it. There's nothing telling you, there's nothing saying that you are not allowed to make your life peaceful, that you're not allowed to make your life simpler. That there's nothing stopping you, except you just didn't come to the realization of it. You just didn't. You didn't. You just, I'll tell you one major thing that's going to make your life more peaceful, more simpler, is slam on the brakes. Slam on the brakes. Because a lot of us, we go. We're bouncing all around. I'm really guilty, and I know there's a lot of you that's guilty. You don't stop until you fall over. There's more or less. You go. And you wear yourself out, you wear your body down, even if it's taking a nap. You say, well, I can't take a nap. I got all this stuff I need to do. That stuff will wait. That stuff will wait. If your body is telling you you're tired, that please just let it rest. Yeah, just let it rest, even if it's only 15 minutes. I'm going to start doing it. I did do it yesterday. I think I did it after I did a video. I took a nap. I did. I think I slept for 40 minutes. And I felt a lot better. I did. I had a renewal of my energy. You trained for war, and you found it. You trained for peace, and you found it. That's really interesting. Yeah. No. We want to go back to a simpler and peaceful time, a more peaceful and simpler time. We don't want all this chaos that's going on. We don't. And if you want to get stressed out, turn on the TV, start reading the news, then start reading it, start listening to it, start listening to certain YouTube channels, start listening to all of that, because it's going to stress you out depending on the type of news you're getting fed. That's what you're feeding your body. When you focus so much on all the negative, it's going to have an effect on you. It's okay to be aware of it, but if you're in front of that stuff and reading that stuff day in, day out, you ain't going to be in a simpler, more peaceful time. And you may say, well, Gina, we're not living in peaceful times and we're not living in simple times. You just might as well face it. Oh, I have faced it. I have faced it. And I have determined, even though we're not living in peaceful times and more simpler times, I can, where I am at and on the inside of me, I can live in a more peaceful and simpler place. And it's going to start on the inside of me, despite what's going on out there. I can be fully aware of what's going on out there, but not cause it to wear me out, weigh me down, take away my joy and steal my life and suck the life's essence right out of me. No. No. And I would encourage you all too. Don't let it suck the essence out of you either. We can be aware of it. It's all over the place. We know the world is went to you know what in a handbasket. But do we have to go in the handbasket with it? Where we live, do I have to say, well, Jeannie, you're surrounded by all this beauty. The world's going to hell in a handbasket. So that means your life is going to hell in a handbasket. No, I'm not in that basket, and I'm not going to hell in a handbasket with the rest of the world. And neither are a whole lot of people. That's not my future, and that's not a lot of other people's future. It doesn't need to take us down and suck our essence out and take away our peace of mind, all of this on the inside. It doesn't need to, and it should not be allowed to take us out with it. No, we can stand in our truth, and we can stand strong, and we can stand firm, and we can be solidified together, saying, no, I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to make the most of my life. You can do it. You should do it. No, no. Tune it out while being aware. And if you have to interact and if you have to face it at certain times, you'll have the strength to do it. You will. You'll have the strength to do it, and you won't be exhausted when you do it. Then when you face it, then you can take another break, and just like that. That's right, Diana. Your kitties give you peace of mind. The animals are very comforting. They really are. They're our family. They bring a lot of peace. They bring a lot of comfort. They bring a lot of love. They're very nurturing, even though they don't speak. Their mere presence is so nurturing and healing. Healing. Just looking at green and just looking at the leaves blow, that's healing. You know, and if you have a yard and you can get out in it, I look like I got a jungle right here, but if you can get out in your yard or go to a park or just go outside or sit on your porch or stuff, and you can just tune the world out. You can do it. You can pick up reading again. If you like to read books when you were younger and you found you ain't got time to read no books or nothing like that, physical books, or work a puzzle, do a seek and find, whatever things, do something, find something to do with your hand. Make your life simpler. Make it. Sometimes making your life simpler and making your life peaceful means to declutter physical things from your life. And it takes a lot of mind space. It takes a lot of mind space up here. It takes a lot of willpower up here to declutter physical things in your life, that you've had for years and years and years, because you got to think about it. You got to think about, do I want it? Well, I have some energy attached to it. It's got a lot of memories to it. Now I'm going to keep that. But there's other things, sometimes you just need to just rearrange things and just straighten things up. Look at the little baby. Come on, Rosie. You're my baby. Are you my little baby? Come on. You are my little baby. Come on. No, Rosie, honey. She wants to go in. We can look at the baby. She is my little baby, Rosie, honey. Look at. She's been running around outside. Rosie, honey, can you smile? She say, Mommy, I want to go in. That's okay, Rosie. She's going to go in. Oh, I thought she's poking me. She's going to go in the house. She just wants to go in. She's been enjoying the day. That bird came out. Rosie, go on. You're okay. You can do it. Go on. That big black crow scared you? Yeah, see, Rosie brings me lots of happiness and joy and peace and comforting. She's very nurturing. Her mere presence is quite healing, just like your pets. They're part of your family. Their mere presence is very healing. And they brighten you up. If you're feeling sad, your pets, Your cats, your dogs, your birds, whatever you got, they make you feel better because they too have a frequency. They do. Yeah. We want a more peaceful world. We want to live in a more simpler times, even though it's not too peaceful out there and life is really complicated. You can have a peaceful, you can have peace around you. You can have peace inside of you, and you can make your life more simpler. You can, to where you're just like, whew, it's okay. I got this. Despite the world falling apart all around me, I've got it. I'm gonna make it. That's the only way you're gonna make it. I'm gonna go. I am. You got to get the love of God on the inside of your being. You got to get some LOVE. Got to get you some Jesus. Most importantly, you've got to get the love. It is the light within you. Make your life as peaceful as possible during these times. Tune out the stress, de-stress it, declutter the stressful things out there, spiritual things, and yeah, do it. I'm going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. No, just live, we can de-stress. We can have peace. We can make some more peace in our life. We make room for peace. Make room for simple. Don't make life so complicated. Don't do it. Leave the complicity out of there. The complicated, whatever that is. We want simplicity. We do. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I am one. I am doing a video on making the life simpler and peaceful. This might not be the video for you. There's other people who are showing the sun right now, or you can go out and look at the sun. That's right. Have a wonderful rest of your